Hey, what's up, Nelson Bauer Nation? It's Nelson Bauer, your host. What's up, Bowie Nation, Melanators? What's going on? How you guys doing today? Well, you know what? I know how I'm doing, because I have on a very special guest who's defending his 1CW Bulletproof title against any actor on all platforms. And I actually know a guy who is an actor. He worked with Dustin Wilson on Interview with a Hoarder, Part 3, Episode 3, and also in a little thing called Adventures of Wanderer, starring Nate Cole. You know who it is, guys? It's me. It's me. I'm Nelson Bauer, and I'm the actor. So I'm going to challenge Killian McMurphy and his manager, Big Dust, right here, right now. Guys, what's up?
Hey,
How are you guys doing?
We're doing good.
Doing fantastic. Really excited to come on and defend this title against you today,
I
Nelson.
figured, we're good buds. I figured there'd be no better way than for you to defend this on my podcast, Nelson Bauer Network.
Yeah, when we first brought up actors, I have to say that you were one of the first people that we had in mind for this. So
That's shocking.
that for you to bring us on your podcast, an idea that I didn't even think of, like
It's a pretty big deal.
mind-blowing.
I've had plenty of guests.
I was about to
Yeah.
say such an established podcast.
Yeah,
It's just a pleasure to be on.
yeah.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you guys. I'm going to jump right into things here. Killian, this is for the title. And I was just wondering, where'd you get your start?
Well,
Like,
that's that's a tough question, right?
when you decided to start training, not when you fell in love with wrestling, that's cliche, but like when you decided I'm going to start training, how'd you get into it? What was that process?
Yeah, exactly. Sorry for the hesitation. It's just, it's kind of a complex question. Do you start the moment I decided, when I saw something on television that made me decide that I want to express myself in this art form?
I'll get to that. Trust me, I will get to that.
Okay. But when did I?
When you looked and said, I'm going to start training right now.
Oh, okay.
And then you said, this is it, I'm doing it. And you started.
Well, I guess that would have to be when I finally got in contact with the necessary parties to train, right? Like, it had always been a goal of mine. And when I first initiated that process, the person who was in charge of accepting new students actually said that they were going through some issues with the school. At the time, it's funny, it was the school associated with 1CW, and that's why, I don't know if the listeners realize, but that's why you connected the belt to my start, because that's where I actually started. But they weren't actually under 1CW at the time. They were making the transfer to another company called 302 Professional Wrestling.
That's located in Delaware, right?
Yes, I trained right there in Felton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in a garage as Sonny Deeds chain smoked ringside.
That doesn't surprise me. He is my grandfather.
I was about to say that is your grandfather, right?
Canonically, I do believe that is a fact.
Yeah, I read that somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, Dust, what about you? How'd you and Killian start this journey together as a team, as friends?
I think,
pals?
I mean, genuinely, I would say that me and Killian, when we were introduced to one another, there wasn't really anything at first. It was just, I don't know your first impression of me, but I would assume it's just, it's a kid coming in, you know?
Yeah, no, that's accurate. I think that was my impression of you, Nelson. That was my impression of you, Dustin. I mean,
You've seen a lot of people come and go.
yeah, I don't want to sound like that, because that makes me sound like I've been around forever. But there's definitely, you have trepidation with every new student, knowing that they could leave
I understand.
any moment. They could leave any moment. They could just straight up suck. They could go out there and be a bad reflection on the school. There's just so many different ways this path could go.
It's hard to make friends in wrestling.
It is.
But I think the moment, the first time I managed you was you asked me to come with you to Eclipse in Altoona, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
A place that all three of us are very fond of.
Yeah, we've been there a lot. I don't know if Fonz is strong. Been there a lot.
But I managed you and another one of my trainers. Well, at least I consider him one of my trainers. Guy that trained me, Rob.
Oh yeah, big time.
That was That was a fun night, and I don't know when me and you became like an official thing. I want to say it was 1CW, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Probably.
you managed myself and Robbie Radke. We were the movement at the time. Honestly, my favorite tag partner I've ever had. I could work with that guy a million times.
Hell of a worker.
Yeah.
Hell of a guy.
Yeah, awesome guy. But I want to say, I guess it was when we put the group together, right?
Yes.
Unless you count the Poliquin firm, which I might have technically been before that.
I don't know.
The Poliquin firm might have happened before that,
Yeah.
but
I have no
even
idea.
then, the boys at 1CW.
That did cement thing.
We were becoming a
Yes.
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
We became a thing. I mean,
Yeah.
you were managing me before that.
Yes,
But-
we did some stuff before that, but that's basically a day one thing, right?
That's true, yeah. Yeah.
It's
I feel
like-
like the boys was
Pre
For at least people like
superhero,
yeah.
well, post superhero kinda. You were still doing that.
Still learning.
Yes.
I mean, I'm still learning, but
And then
Yeah.
I remember I came to the show early, and they were like, "Let's put you and Dust together," and me and you were genuinely really happy. I remember that
Yeah.
day. We were fucking giddy.
yeah.
I mean,
Now you got Killian.
yeah, I mean, could you imagine, like, you guys grew up together and now you're actually getting this opportunity on a show? It's like pretty dope stuff. I
Never
gotta imagine. It's like mind blowing. None of the people that I grew up with, that, I mean, every kid, I imagine, you have that one guy you grew up with. It's like, you're gonna be my tag team partner. We're gonna be tag team champions. Like,
Yeah.
everybody has that, but I don't think. I have 3 different people I could probably name right now that qualify for that, but none of them are in professional wrestling. One
Yeah.
of them did ring crew a couple times.
Yeah.
You know, but like for you guys to actually go out and do that, that's awesome.
That's fun.
It's huge.
Yeah. I read somewhere, Killian, that you actually were a former D1 athlete.
I
Former
am.
mascot, kind of a big deal.
Yeah, that's right. I was the number 16 mascot in Sports Illustrated.
That's big time.
Yeah,
That's
I
top
beat out-
20, baby.
That's right. Beat out like the Syracuse Orange, the West Virginia Mountaineer. A lot of big mascots.
Those are actually big names.
Yeah.
That is true.
Squashed them like a bug. Beat
Squash
their
them
asses.
like a fruit, like an orange.
Oh, yeah, I see what you
Yeah,
did
see
there.
that?
Like a moldy
Yeah.
orange. That's funny.
Did you watch Monday Night Football last night by chance?
No, I missed that episode. What happened?
I can't spoil it. It was a great game.
True,
though, but
true. Yeah, I have it DVR'd. I have a couple episodes DVR'd. I got to catch up.
That's a good idea. It's a really good
Yeah,
idea.
it's just it's tough to find the time,
Yeah.
especially with all these projects that we're doing. I
Yeah,
have
it is
few shows.
it is a changing climate right
Well,
now.
speaking of changing, gotta change your underwear, people. And what better place to get your custom fit undie needs than MeUndies? MeUndies. I love that song. Dust doesn't, but that's okay. If you visit MeUndies, you can get a perfect fit for your big, huge, weird-looking, lumpy butt, your oddly shaped balls, maybe you only have one ball, or maybe you have a huge fucking cock. Whatever it is, man, that's just on you. But right now, since this is a special championship episode of the Nelson Bauer Network, Nelinators, today only, you're gonna get 12% off your first 28 pairs of MeUndies with promo code DarkCarlson69. Visit MeUndies today. So let's just dial it back in here and
I gotta say, sorry to interrupt, but you are getting so good at those ad reads.
I might not like the song, but
Mhm.
I have to appreciate the craftsmanship of a good ad read.
Yeah,
Thank
from the beginning, like the start of the podcast to
Yeah.
where you are today, incredible progression, dude.
it's gone by so quick, like it's been the same day. It's insane.
I know, it's
Yeah.
wild for sure.
Yeah. Hey, I want to ask you something, Killian, real quick. If it's too personal, I apologize, but I just heard this thing around. Apparently, again, if it's too much, please just let me know. But
Yeah, of course.
apparently, you are known to have a huge fucking cock.
Yeah, that's actually true. Like, I wouldn't consider it like common knowledge per se, but yeah, I have a massive cock.
That's pretty cool, man. That's awesome. I really not gonna lie, I'm really happy for you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It means a lot.
Thank you. I appreciate that coming from you. Dust. What are you packing in those MeUndies?
It's nothing to go crazy about, but I want to say something about the balls thing. I don't know if that was a personal attack, but I'm not going to take really big offense to it. I just want to say, I've been going through some stuff and I've been trying to fix it, but I think I just got to admit that I'm beautiful the way I am, and people have to love me for me and my freakish balls.
Wow, Dustin, that's like really huge. I'm really proud of you for like saying that, especially like here, like with us together. Not just with us together, but on this public format like that. I know there's other people going through that same thing, so it's like awesome that you were
It's
able
really
to do
brave,
that.
man.
Yeah.
Well, Killian, I want to bring it back to something else for a second here. You mentioned Robbie Radke earlier, your favorite tag partner. I was wondering, besides Rob, who clearly is your number one, I would assume, who are your top 3 favorite people you've ever tagged with in wrestling?
Outside of Rob?
Outside of Rob, would Rob be your number one?
I mean, Rob would be number one. I think, honestly, you would have to be in that conversation, and not just for our in-ring stuff. I mean, we didn't perform that much in-ring together, especially just you and me as a tag team, but
True.
The being able to create content and promos and come up with fun ideas and work together in segments, and it's just absolute blast.
Backstage, we are a team.
Yeah, no, for
TM.
sure. No, yeah, we have incredible chemistry, comedically, and I think in the ring when we get the opportunity to.
Yeah,
It's been kind of tough.
There's times I think, when we do stuff where I'm like, Killian should do stand-up or something.
Yeah.
I mean...
Thank you. I mean, I've been thinking about actually doing stand-up. I don't know if anybody follows my Twitter, but I've been tweeting lately trying to kind of put some feelers out. When everything shuts down like this, you start looking at like other ways of expressing yourself, and I've always been a huge fan of stand-up comedy. Sorry. And over this time right now, while we were all at home, everyone's looking for an escape. I know I am in that group. I'm included in that. And stand-up comedy, making people laugh, making people forget about the problems of everyday life, especially right now, I think is so important. So to be able to bring that to people, I think would be amazing and a dream of mine. Like, I grew up watching people like Carlos Mencia and Amy Schumer and Dane Cook and Jeff Dunham. Like, I love
Who can
Jeff
forget?
Yeah, for sure. And like, you want to be those people. Like, you see people cheering those people, and it would just be really awesome to be that for somebody,
I mean, wrestling's a bit like that, I mean, I guess we don't have it now, so it's a little different.
Yeah, and even when it comes back, you always want to put your stoke in multiple fires, you know what I mean? Have a lot of projects going. That's what I appreciate about you guys. You guys are always looking at different
I'm gonna come
stuff like
back
this.
to that.
Like, you've been killing it with this podcast, for example.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's been off the charts. I mean, off the radar, basically. It's so big right now. You mentioned saying something about other artists. You should put your dicks in other fires or sticks or something. Do you think that wrestlers, especially, should look at other forms of media and platforms?
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's always something you should do, not only because I think those bigger companies like that kind of thing and like that versatility. I mean, of course, I don't really know at the end of the day. I've never been there, just stuff I've heard through the grapevine. But also, I think it makes you a better performer. I think when you get a little bit of acting experience or get a little bit of improv experience with something like a podcast, I think it can only help your ability in ring.
For sure. Das, what about you? I got to assume you're all in on that. You're
Really, especially with your background.
big actor.
No.
Oh, all right, fair enough. Killian, back to the original question before I got all
The
into
cock
this.
thing?
No, not the penis thing.
Oh,
Right after that, the tag team thing. Who would be, other than Rob, he would be your number one? Who would be your top 3? People that you've teamed with.
So number 2, I'd have to honestly give to you, and we haven't had. Yeah. I mean, not just because it's your show or anything. I swear. Just kidding.
I know. I'll edit that out.
But No, I think as little experience as we had together actually teaming, I think our promos and the content we created around the shows and even the segments we did at shows were such a blast.
Tons of fun.
Tons of fun, and I would say entertaining. I would think they would be entertaining. I think people love them. I think people...
I mean, so.
I think that people thought of us as an established tag team because of our promo work long before we got a booking. You know what I mean? And that's not just because, like we said before, this changing climate, wrestling bookings are harder to come across, but...
Constantly working together.
We are constantly working together, and our chemistry is incredible, honestly, and I think it plays on this episode. Not to toot our own horn.
What about number 3?
Love AK. I mean, I don't mean to just give all the spots to the boys, but we had an awesome match with the stepdads.
He's my number 1.
We're going to have a banger coming up at Pizza Party. That's going to be fantastic. But I love AK. I love his Smash Mouth style. We're always on the same page as far as wrestling psychology. He's up for everything and an absolute workhorse in the ring.
He's my number 1, to be honest. Like, if I had to have
I didn't ask you.
Well, I'm asking me.
Okay.
Nelly Bowie Network.
Right.
Nellinators agree. He's my number 1. But you're a solid number 2 as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've teamed with Dust once. I'll put him in there as,
Where am I on your list, Killian?
We've never teamed together.
But, I mean... sorry. I think... I just think that there's a different relationship when it comes to us as a manager-wrestler duo.
Yeah, but Nelson has tag teams.
I mean, that's true.
But not to get aggressive or weird on here, but not everything has to be about you, Dustin. I think I give you a lot of credit day to day. I think I can talk about Nelson.
I disagree. I think that you should give me more, but I think that's in our conversation for another.
We'll save it. We'll table it. We'll table maybe another podcast.
Yeah, it's not a big fucking deal. Okay.
Okay, let's reel her back in though, guys. You guys have been working together for a little bit now. Plenty of matches, promos, even things in little films. What's the best thing, or you two, your favorite thing that you've worked on together? Was it a match, a promo? You can have separate answers.
You go first. Yeah.
Okay. I think. God, the boys promo.
The black and white.
The black and white promo.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That was just. It was like one of the first major things that I ever actually gave a shit about.
Remember when it took everyone like 3-4 takes, but it took me like 25?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing about you had been working really hard on your promos up to that point, and you had just stopped doing the superhero gimmick. Not long before that,
which was nice.
You weren't a good promo during that time by any means, and you had just gotten who Nelson Bauer was and the feel of a Nelson Bauer comedy promo.
I had no confidence as the superhero.
That's true. You didn't, and even during that time, the black and white promo as Nelson Bauer
wasn't there yet.
You didn't have a speed of an angry Nelson, and we still haven't really seen Nelson get angry.
Really,
what does that look like?
I don't know. I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting better every day. I'm sure it'll.
Just like this podcast. I mean, like, I think it's a big help towards you, and getting a base out there.
Yeah, getting a good the Nellinators. You have such a good foundation to build your career in this side. So what we're talking about, cross-platform promotion. You're a shining example of that with this.
But that promo was just so. I just had so much fun with it and putting it together. And it was one of the first times I directed you guys, really.
No, yeah, it was, and wrote it and came up with the idea. I said, Dustin, this is completely your baby. Whatever you want to do with this.
That was so fun.
Yeah.
What about you, Killian? You've done with Dustin involved.
We talked about the Eclipse promo. I really loved when we did its yet to debut. I think it'll probably drop maybe around the same time as this, but we'll see how things match up with the scheduling. Interview with a Hoarder. I loved doing that. I loved our Eclipse match that we talked about earlier. I love the champagne party
That is solid.
at the Poliquin firm. It's such a blast. You can find that here on YouTube as well. I
That
think
was
it's
prime.
called the Christmas is Canceled celebration or something like that.
I believe
the
so.
claws.
Yeah, we
That's my favorite picture ever.
yeah, it's actually the picture you're gonna use for this, right?
Yep.
That's what you told me.
Yeah, and it has a very important. There's something very important in that picture that people aren't noticing. That by the end of this, I guess by this point they'll probably know. But definitely didn't have my MeUndies on for that match, right, guys? Yeah, I think that's really cool. A lot of those memories have all three of us, which I think is very important. It shows how much we really all work together and contribute to make all of our work better.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting here in the next few months, whenever this drops. But Dust is good. He's got Killian with him. It's gonna be. I think you guys are gonna be. You're gonna take off. I think big things are coming in 2021, fellas.
Yeah, I know I know you're not gonna like when I say this, but I'm speaking to me personally, but all the success that I could achieve is partially thanks to you, Nelly. I really owe a lot to you, and it's not even down to the matches and the moments and the drives. More so about the everything that you've given me as a friend and all the times we shared, and I think that's something that I'm gonna miss in these next couple months.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely the best friend I've ever had. I can say that. But again, it's not long term. It's who knows what's going to happen. But I don't.
Yeah, but you gotta understand that is scary for us because who knows what's gonna happen. That's who knows what's gonna happen. And no matter what, we're gonna miss the shit out of you.
Well, I appreciate that. I think you guys will do just fine. Like I said, 2021 is going to be big, but guys, a lot of people are missing one thing, and they're missing having a huge cock. That's why today we have Blue Chew as a sponsor, and they're offering 12% off with 3-month subscription with pre-order code Carlson Millennium 25. BlueChew.com. Guys, I appreciate the stuff you said, but yeah, no, it'll be okay. You guys will be fine. Like I said, big things coming for you guys, and I think yeah. So be honest, not to get too loud here, but be honest, Killian. This is another kind of personal question, but
I'm up for it, man.
I just like asking these kind of things. Be honest. If you could fight one person to the death, and if you win that fight, you switch lives with that person, who would you fight? But, again, sorry for yelling, but there's one rule.
Okay.
You cannot fight your dad so you can fuck your mom.
Ooh.
But
Okay.
you can switch lives with your mom to fuck your dad.
Oh,
But I'd have to fight her.
It's the only rule.
Okay. See, I don't think I'd have the heart to do that as appealing as
Again,
that
those
is.
aren't the only options. That's just the only rule. So who would you fight?
That's a tough one.
because you can't do the one because there's a rule about it.
I guess that's why they make the rules, huh?
Yeah, too many people have told me that they would switch lives with their dad to fuck their mom, and fornication with your mother is disgusting.
It's gross. But the other one, it's okay.
The dad's not as bad.
It's
That's
not.
what I
It's
say.
fun.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. As tough as that is and as tempting as that is, I think I'm going to probably have to go with Amy Schumer's husband.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe Peanut The Jeff Dunham puppet?
Yeah, I know. Plenty of people out there jealous of Peanut's position, if you know what I mean. Right,
Yeah.
Killian? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
star of a stand-up special.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's the stick up the butt.
No, that's the
I
that's
think
the
it was
little
a
pepper.
hand.
That's the little pepper.
Yeah, that's the little pepper. The ghost pepper. Also, it's a hand. It's not a stick. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I'm butting in too much.
No. I wanted to hear your answers anyway.
I'm gonna have to say no.
You have to pick. You can't say no again. You're bringing You're bringing kind of a negative energy to this podcast.
You're gonna have to say no.
All right, it's all right. Dust doesn't have to answer the question. That's all right.
I guess.
No, it's all right. We'll let him be on this one.
Whatever.
So, Killian, where'd you how'd you get your start?
You already asked that.
Yeah.
I guess I did. Sorry, this is a big match for me. I'm kind of nervous.
No, that's okay. I'm really excited to be having this right now.
Yes,
And so far, it's one of the best matches you've ever had.
It might be the best.
Yeah, probably.
I guess skewing from that question, where do you get your ideas from?
Acid.
That sounds like a trip.
It is.
I hear that's a lot of fun. Dust, you ever partake in any drugs?
Oh, I can't do that.
Why?
Are you just talking about acid or hallucinogenics in general,
Or Blue Chew.
or Blue Chew, or just drugs in general? Which one are you talking about?
Hardcore
I want to know about
drugs.
the dick pills.
I mean, as we all know, I don't really, as established earlier in the episode, I don't really care about the size of my massive cock. I more so care about the size of my monstrous balls.
So, is it not proportional? What's the issue, really? Or is it how the balls look?
The doctors don't know. But yeah, drugs. It's just it's an experience that I'm open to do. I've just never gotten around to it.
It's crazy that Oregon just legalized everything, right?
Yeah, that is insane. I mean,
Everything across the board. Let freedom ring, am I right?
Yeah, they're going to be hearing a lot of bells. I mean, especially the size of Dustin's apparently enormous testicles, which you got to explain on that. And what does that have to do with drugs?
I think it's got a lot to do with drugs, because I think in this country, I think the war on drugs is still going on, and I think politicians and these big companies have a grip on America's gigantic, monstrous testicles, and it's an issue.
It's a metaphor, Nelson.
Yeah, I guess that's something I never read up on. Nelinators, you got to keep me informed on these things, man.
Point Killian, am I right?
Got to do
Things are looking up.
We got to fight back here, Nelinators. We got to know these things. Anyway, speaking of testicles, you have some enormous balls as well, Killian. I mean, you've gotten into the ring with some really big time
metaphorical balls.
Oh.
Because my actual testicles are like are actually oddly small.
No, I was talking metaphorical.
Right.
Like the government thing that the Nelinators forgot to remind me of. But
You're still mad about that?
I'm a little upset, yeah.
That's okay.
Normally we're on these things, but
yeah.
I mean, you've had some big time opponents. You've wrestled guys like Jimmy Valiant. What was it like? You have to have some stones to step into the ring with big time names like that. What was that like?
I mean, it was honestly an absolute honor to step in there with a legend like Jimmy Valiant. It still blows my mind to think about that I got that opportunity, and he was an absolute blast to work with. So easy. Of course, he's so easy to have the longevity that he has. Has to be an absolute professional. Can't say enough good things about the Boogie Woogie Man. Love him.
That's awesome. Hey, so I started watching the show the other day. I don't know if you guys had a chance to check it out. I'm a couple seasons in now.
Monday Night Football?
No, I've been watching that for years.
Okay.
There's a show called Family Guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The hit Fox animated series Family Guy.
Yeah, I think Eclipse is on Fox as well. But,
It is.
yeah, there's like this dog that talks,
Mhm.
which is kind of cool.
Stewie.
No, that's Meg.
No. Good guess. His name's Brian, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. The evil baby, his name is Stewie. He's pretty funny, too.
Doesn't he hate his mom?
I think so.
Yeah, he wants to, like, kill his mom. That's kind of crazy, right?
Why would he do that? He's a baby.
Yeah, babies love their mothers.
Yeah.
So I think that's where the humor comes in.
Why is he so mad? Do you think that's one of those, what's it called? This psychology thing?
Freudism.
Yeah, where nature versus nurture.
Right.
What's the answer to that? Why is Stewie so evil? Is it nature or nurture?
Well, he's British, right? So
He is British, so maybe that cultural disconnect between him and the rest of his family is really where a lot of that.
Why is he British and no one else is?
And nobody even like questions it really, which I think is kind of a weird thing.
I like the way British people talk, though.
That is
Is
true.
that a plot hole? Do we call that a plot hole?
The show's really good, though.
No, yeah,
Top
exactly.
tier.
Yeah,
Like, top tier.
yeah. I love how flushed out the universe is.
It's definitely fun. Hey, they had a couple chicken fights. Have you guys
fight?
seen
What is a
that?
chicken fight?
There's
What's
like this. Alright, you're not going to believe it. Have you guys seen it or not?
No,
No.
Oh, alright. Well, you're not going to believe it. There's this chicken
Okay.
that I don't know what the beef is, but every time him and Peter see each
Wait,
other.
is it beef or is it chicken?
So the chicken has beef,
Okay.
but it's made out of chicken. But the beef is with Peter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay, so the chicken has chicken and Peter's got beef.
kinda.
I think
Okay.
he's talking about beef as in, like...
They got problems.
Yeah, they got
sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I'm
You didn't have, like, a
idiot.
meatloaf or
God,
something.
so stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, you're an idiot. Get it together.
Continue
Sorry.
what you were talking about, Noah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's
I
okay.
don't know. I kind of lost train of thought now.
No, the chicken
The
bucket.
chicken's like...
Oh yeah, dude, they fight. It's like insane. They see each other. It's on site.
Who does the chicken?
The chicken and Peter.
Oh, that's crazy.
The chicken, dude.
why
The
did
chicken.
they
He's
do
so
that?
much bigger. He's so much bigger than a chicken. Though,
No,
so.
not this chicken.
He's big chicken?
Big chicken.
Does he
But
look
why
like
is he
Big
fighting
Bird?
then if he's a big chicken?
I don't know.
You think
dude.
he's cowardly?
But he's been taking them.
That's pretty clever, Dustin.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Guys, I love Family Guy. I gotta admit. But what I love more, fellas, is paying the bills. And today, my bills are being paid for by Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends. The evil Plankton has set in motion his most diabolical plot ever. The fate of Bikini Bottom, and possibly mankind as we know it, has been put in the hands of 3 unsuspecting heroes. Join SpongeBob and his friends in their fearless crusade to end Plankton's evil scheme. Raid Shadow Legends. Looks like Killian had to step out for a second. I guess that's a powder. Dust, tell me, what are some of your influences in wrestling that you've gotten from movies? I know you're a big movie guy.
Definitely the Joker.
Okay, that's a good answer.
Yeah, I'm definitely just like the Joker
Okay.
in like more ways than one, you know. And I think what people miss about the Joker is not just the brilliant performance, but more so the fact that he's fucking awesome.
And I think a lot of people forget that he's like just like me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna stop you there. Dust actually said it was just like him.
Yeah, it's more.
Did I
just-
miss that? I'm sorry, I left the room for a second.
Yes.
No, yeah, we told you.
Yeah,
Powdered,
you
we know,
powdered.
but
You said that you're like the Joker?
Yeah, because that's the dynamic.
Who does that make me?
It make
Not the Joker.
Killian
Can we
McMurphy.
just be 2 Jokers?
I mean, there's 3. No, okay, no. Well, look, I'm the joke. That's
Can I be Dark Joker?
That's the dynamic
Like
here.
Joker with a shield around him so I can't get shot by like bullets?
I mean, I guess.
That's
Okay,
Yeah.
then that's
That doesn't sound
then I'm a Joker with a shield, which is better than your Joker inherently because
well, then I want
you don't have a shield.
I mean, my
you don't
Joker-
get. It's your podcast. I don't
Yeah,
think you should be able.
I'm
I mean-
Joker with the chain.
If I can step in, I think
I'm
my-
hyper metal Joker.
I think if I can step in real quick, I think my Joker is the best Joker because he doesn't need a weapon. He just is awesome.
All right, that's fair.
So just to circle back to the beginning, Killian,
Yeah,
how'd you get your start?
you.
Oh,
I already.
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry again. I'm a little nervous. Whoa, sorry guys. How about Dust?
Yeah.
Give me your top 10 moves that you do. And Killian, you're next, so think up, bud.
Okay.
You're on deck.
Yep.
So, number 10, I'm going to have to go with okay, number 9. Wait, no. Yeah, I can't do 10.
Okay, we'll just do 9.
Yeah, just do 9. So, 9.
The axe handle.
The axe handle, yeah. So
They ate the double axe handle.
Yeah, 8 the double axe handle.
Mm-hmm.
7 the double axe handle from the second rope.
That one's dangerous.
That's
though,
the career ender.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that puts you on the shelf forever.
It did.
Then why is it 6?
Well, we'll just wait.
This is stupid. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. It's a stupid question.
No, you're fine. You're good. I'm gonna have to go. Number 4, the big goddamn double axe handle from the second rope. That's good. Number 2, Snap Scoopy. That's a fun one. And number 1, Gravy Train.
Oh, I remember.
Oh, here comes the gravy train.
You remember that?
Yeah, dude, that's such a sick move.
I remember watching Dust one night back in I don't know, it was at least a year ago. I remember it was this big show. I think it was end of December or something like that. And I remember Dust grabbed the dude and he set him up for the finish. And he just looked out and he said, Here comes the gravy train.
Yeah, dude, I remember that. Was so cool.
Whoa.
I was marking out.
Dude, remember that?
Yeah, I said, is that the big goddamn gravy train from my childhood?
No one expects the gravy train.
Yeah, especially that kid. It broke his neck.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that, actually. I'm still facing a lawsuit right now.
You probably shouldn't have brought up the gravy
Dust,
train.
he can't walk.
We can't talk about the gravy train.
Poor Jerry.
Speaking of poor, no one wants to be poor. That's why Honey is helping people out with coupon codes. It says here Honey is a sweet, sticky, yellowish brown fluid made by bees and other insects from nectar collected from flowers. I don't see how that relates at all. I like honey. Winnie the Pooh likes honey. He's a famous bear.
I like Garfield.
I like lasagna.
Yeah.
I hate Mondays.
Oh my god, we have so much in common.
With Garfield, the cat.
So what are you like Garfield or you like Joker?
I think
Which one
he's
are you?
like Garfield. I'm like Joker. And
No, I mean, I know. I think it's like yin and yang thing, right? So like
the Garfield and the Joker. The two halves of the same coin.
Yeah, I think all of us got a little bit of Joker and a little bit of Garfield in us, and that's kind of what we need to get by in our everyday lives. Like, some days you need to be Garfield, and some days you need to be Joker, and it's sad that society puts us men in that position. I think that's kind of what the movie Fight Club was about, in a way, the emasculating of people like you and me in our daily lives.
I think, that movie reminds me of this one movie I saw the other day, Garfield 2, The Tale of Two Kitties. It hits on the same beats.
Hey, I always wondered, can the owner understand him?
Well, can an owner really understand anything that someone like Garfield's going through?
If he instead and this is just my opinion, and I know the way people interpret art is differently, right? Like,
of course,
the artist puts it out there, and everybody looks at it through a different lens. But we were talking about John Arbuckle specifically. When he's coming from a position of ownership, I don't think he'll ever be able to make the true connection to Garfield that he honestly wants, and that's really the deep irony of the whole series, right? Is that he so badly wants to make this, and it's in a way like something I can relate to, like wants to make this connection, but just the nature of things like doesn't allow it, and sometimes time and just the way things fall just doesn't give you what you want.
And I'm sorry for interrupting. That's what I'm scared of. I'm worried that I'm not going to have enough time. And I think what happened with everything in 2020, I think it kind of made me realize that time is of the essence.
Well, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I can't understand him because he's a cat. I was just wondering if the owner could speak cat or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
it's like Family Guy.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Well, no, it's not like Family Guy.
It's just like Family Guy.
No, because they can understand him.
No,
stop.
No, it's like Family Guy, Dustin. Everything is like Family Guy. Say it. Say it.
Everything is like Family Guy.
Say it again, Dustin.
Everything is like Family Guy.
Good.
Well, I think that's as good a time as any. Killian, I'd like to congratulate you. I'm stuttering over here on a successful title match and a title defense. I got to give it to you. You got me.
Yeah, I mean, I want to thank you for an absolutely fantastic contest of every match, every title defense.
Nailed those ad reads.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Every title defense I've had so far, this has been by head and shoulders above any other match that I've had, any other contest that I've had, any other matchup that I've had.
It's my favorite match.
What a contest.
It's definitely my favorite match.
You almost had us there,
and
honestly.
Just as silly as it sounds, I'm proud of you for bringing that out of me.
Yeah, that was
You're
fun.
an amazing competitor.
That was fun. Everybody did great. Thought I had you. Did you guys have any plugs you want to tell the people about before we leave?
Yeah. I'd like to. You can follow me on Twitter at @BigDust_, and on Instagram at @Big_Dust_.
You can follow me on Instagram, Killian McMurphy, at @TheShooterKM on Twitter. Dustin, why don't you plug your other projects?
Well, absolutely. You can look us up. We got an Interview with a Hoarder, parts 1, 2, and 3 should be coming out very soon. There's also Adventures of Wanderers that the three of us are very involved with, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more projects to come, hopefully.
Yeah, well, this was fun. This was a lot of fun, and hope to do it again someday down the road. Yeah. Nellinators, that's the episode. Nelly loves you. Of course, you can always find me on Nellinator6969 at Yahoo. Peace out, guys. Love you. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.